on that side. Ellie, stand on this side. Right up front, sweetheart. You guys filling in? Hello, educators, parents, students, and advocates. You look like a beautiful sea of red. All here to let your voices be heard for public education. So let the governor and the legislators hear you. From Western Maryland, the Eastern Shore, Southern Maryland, and our Central Maryland districts. Let them know you are here to demand increased funding, smaller class sizes, increased pay, and respect that we deserve. I'm thrilled to be here with all of you. I know you worked a day today and you got on buses, and I thank you. I'm even more excited to be joined up here on stage for why we're here, our students. These are representatives of the many students here and in our schools across this state, and they are the reason for this march. Friends, this work has always been about our kids. We chose this profession, and we go to work each day to transport, educate, and care for with love the children of Maryland. Each day, we advocate for our students, and today we shut down the streets of Annapolis for our students. And it's because our kids deserve better in this great state. As a 4th and 5th grade teacher, I know I did for my students at Mars Estates Elementary what you do each day in your schools. You know how it is. How many of you take money out of your own pocket to buy school supplies? How many of you ask your family and friends for clothing so that you can clothe your students and their families? How many of you provide field trip money or sponsor sports teams? And how many of you volunteer your time for after-school clubs, teams, and sports? And sadly, how many of you feed your students and their families? But let's look at the reality of the situation. No matter how much we do in our schools, we cannot alone possibly make up for the underfunding of public education. No matter how hard we try as individual educators, parents, and advocates, we alone cannot close the opportunity gaps. This will take full funding. Our kids deserve smaller class sizes. Our kids deserve more counselors and psychologists to address their needs. Our kids deserve access to quality pre-kindergarten. And our kids deserve universal access to career and technical education. Only full funding of our schools can do that. So it's time. It's time for our counties and our state to make the same investment we do each day. For these kids, for Ellie, for Savannah, for Vanessa, for Cecilia, for Zach, for Eli, and the students across this state, it's time. We have come in the thousands tonight demanding full funding for our schools without delay. That means $325 million this year. Secondly, this means a $750 million commitment for next year. And this means a new funding formula to fund our schools long into the future. If we can do that, we can make Maryland the greatest state to provide a high-quality education for all students in all zip codes of all ethnicities. No matter how much your parents make, all can truly mean all. And if we do that, we can finally make teachers and education support professionals make salaries and wages that truly reflect our value. We can also gain professional autonomy, trust, and respect, especially the respect that we all deserve. So join me in calling on our elected officials who have before them the blueprint for Maryland's future. Now is the time to pass it into law and deliver on the promise that our students deserve, because our kids can't wait. Let me hear you. Our kids can't wait.